The internet is an array of connected networks spanning the globe. Like neurons, these networks deliver information from location to location, creating a vast web of data. Data are the qualitative and quantitative values that create our sites, links, files, and everything online. From our side of the computer screen, we see this data as numbers and symbols. But if you follow the network strings to the other side of the screen, a new world waits to be seen. A digital world. Digimon Alternative. Prologue. A cell phone tightrope balancing on the edge of a nightstand alarmed. It buzzed a couple times before crashing to the floor, startling its owner. A young girl, around 15 years old with wildly asymmetric bedhead, jerked awake to turn off the alarm. Reaching off of the bed, she creaked open her eyes to check the phone screen. 3:43 a.m. The girl let out a powerful before tossing her phone back onto the floor and cocooning into her sheets. Her confusion was as fleeting as her desire to stay awake. She began to drift back to sleep when a boom came from outside her bedroom window, ringing her ears. The girl jumped from her bed and peeked outside to discern the cause of the commotion. She rubbed her eyes thinking the post-sleep blur was the cause of the sight before her, but it wasn't. Standing taller than her family's 8th-floor apartment, a Tyrannosaurus Rex wearing a horned skull squared off against an equally massive parrot-like monster. She noticed a smoking scorch mark on the giant parrot, likely the remnant of the booming noise from a moment ago. She turned her wide eyes toward the T-Rex and saw slash wounds on its shoulders. She pinched herself, and when that changed nothing, she began frantically looking around to see if she could find any other witnesses. Under a dead street lamp, she spotted a lone girl. She seemed no more than 12 years old. Her hand was clutching something to her chest. The giant parrot turned its attention away from the dinosaur and targeted the girl. It reared its wings back and with a heavy flap took flight. The air whipped up around it, creating thunderous gusts that shook the apartment tower. The parrot bore its talons and dove towards the little girl. From the apartment window, the teenage girl instinctually yelled,
"Watch out!"
before covering her mouth. A hard thud and crack rang out. The dinosaur grappled the attacker's talons with its claws, only a few feet in front of the little girl. It gripped tightly as the parrot attempted to break free. Holding it in place, the dinosaur opened its large, fanged maw as a blinding fireball formed and grew in its mouth. The parrot started flailing wildly, helpless in its attempt to escape. In a moment, the fireball bursted from the dinosaur's mouth and through the chest of the giant bird. The bird's body crashed limp to the ground and disintegrated. Shimmering particles floated into the air. Just as suddenly as they had arrived, both monsters and the young girl in the street vanished. With her mouth hanging open, the girl in the window blinked repeatedly and tried to process what had just happened. She rushed out of her room to check if her parents heard or saw anything. She bursted through their door, which immediately woke her father.
"Tess, what the hell is going on? Are you okay?"
He blurted. Her mother slept soundly next to him, unfazed by the commotion.
It's, there was a...
stammered Tess.
Never mind.
Before the words could leave her mouth, she realized how insane it would all sound.
Sorry for waking you,
she murmured.
"Are you sure you're all right?"
Her father asked.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Just a bad dream,
reassured Tess, and closed her parents' door on the way out. Tess pondered away at the strange occurrences of the night as she returned to her bedroom and tried to convince herself that it was just a bad dream. She looked out the window to see a calm, quiet street with no evidence of a giant monster battle. She checked her phone again and found no signs of an alarm set to 3:43 a.m. She curled up in her blankets and lulled herself to sleep by repeating,
"It was just a dream. It was just a dream."